Here are my sales on Amazon FBA in the last 12 months. And as you can see, there's a 9% decrease of the previous period. And the only reason that this decrease is in effect is because in March of 2020, I had a $600,000 month. So that's why these numbers are a bit skewed, but overall business is still going really well. And as we can see here, I'll just refresh it. So 3.283 million in the last 12 months on Amazon.com. So today we're going to discuss how I got to over $3 million US on Amazon.com. Over the last couple of years, how I've grown my business and how I went from not even selling on Amazon.com to now doing multiple seven figures in revenue each year on Amazon.com. So the biggest thing for me was to figure out a way for products to be able to get across the border, because I live here in Canada and I purchase the majority of my inventory within Canada, and then I have a company that takes that stuff across the border for me to the United States so that I can still use UPS's discounted shipping rates and so that I can grow my Amazon FBA business. The key thing here is how I was able to do this and to scale so fast was investing a bunch of money into inventory, and was also by having a warehouse. So those two things really helped me to go from selling barely anything in the United States on Amazon.com to selling over $3 million in the last 12 months on Amazon.com. So like I said, the first thing was investing in additional inventory. So I've invested all of my profits because as you guys will see if you've seen previous videos, I started with next to nothing when I started selling on Amazon. This was like 8 years ago now. So I started with like next to nothing, and then I've just grown my business and reinvested my profits into additional inventory. And that is absolutely crucial in order to grow an Amazon FBA business. So that's allowed me to grow to multiple seven figures, have over $1 million of inventory that's paid off at any given time, and has allowed me to really grow my Amazon FBA business. The second thing was getting a warehouse. So I have a 2,000 square foot warehouse that houses all of my inventory now. And then at that warehouse, I pack the items up and have the company that takes everything across the border for me pick them up from my warehouse and take it across the border to the United States so that I can use UPS's discounted shipping label from Amazon. So having a warehouse has really helped me, but if you are just getting started out selling on Amazon, you definitely do not need a warehouse. You can fully run your business without having a warehouse. You could run it out of a garage. I built my business to $2.5 million per year from a 400 square foot double garage. So just keep that in mind. It can be done. It was not fun. I also had storage lockers. So I had a 400 square foot garage and two 200 square foot storage lockers. So that was a total of 800 square feet that I built a business to $2.5 million in sales. So it can be done if you have even a room in your house, like a bedroom that you can dedicate to just storing products. When you're just starting out, that's going to be plenty. And then as you grow, that's where you either go into a bigger garage or a bigger house or get into a warehouse, as I did. And so I'm just renting the warehouse that I'm in right now, but it has really allowed me to grow my business because having 2,000 square feet where the ceilings are super tall and a semi truck can deliver and big trucks can deliver all the time, then that's really allowed me to scale my business. And that is one of the things that has allowed me to grow. But it can be done in smaller spaces, so just keep that in mind. You definitely don't need a warehouse starting out, and I actually don't recommend it because my warehouse is not cheap to lease. And so that's the thing, is you're gonna be throwing away a bunch of cash that you may not have at that point. So if you could rent it out of your house and then write off a portion of your house that you're using for business, then I recommend that a lot more when you're first starting out. But as your business grows and as you continue to scale, then that's when I recommend getting a warehouse, because the warehouse, when you can get bigger shipments and not have to worry about neighbors being all angry or also the threat of theft. Because if someone constantly sees delivery trucks coming to your house, then that could put you at a higher risk for getting broken into. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. You don't really have to worry about that as much on a commercial property. You can still get your security cameras and stuff, but you just don't have to worry about it nearly as much. And then obviously get your insurance and everything. But those two things have really allowed me to grow my business on Amazon.com, specifically from like next to nothing to over $3 million in sales in a matter of a few years, just because I've used these two methods. And the key method is finding the company that can take the stuff across the border for me. But if you're already in the United States, which is the largest marketplace for Amazon, then you don't need to worry about getting stuff across the border. Just purchase stuff within the United States and send it to the fulfillment centers, and then you can cut out that step that I have to deal with purchasing inventory from Canada. So I hope this gives you a little insight on how I've grown my business to multiple 7 figures in revenue, and that it can help you to grow your business and maybe use 1 or 2 of these things to grow and scale your Amazon FBA business. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for the notifications when I do post new videos. Thanks for watching.